welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Navy midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looking for a block. It's Brooks. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. On the run, it's Brooks. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He wants to throw it again. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss.
7, Navy, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Proctor. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Sticks it in his belly. Running with power. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give to the single back. At the 35, he's loose. And he breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That's an awesome-looking carry. And you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the run.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill. And
just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finds his tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's got his man. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's looking for a man on second down. Pulls it in. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're not into threes. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And Navy will go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This is a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Navy will have to punt it away.
Number 19 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's caught downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got it on the run. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They want to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Irish! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll bring it back. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Here come the Irish back on offense. He's looking to throw it. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're working that left side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return, it's Brooks. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They have had to wear that beatdown since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coach...
Catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. To the air on first down. He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Off play action. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. On the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Makes the pass. And the ball is picked off. What a nice play. And even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see guys working up. And
touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The play action fake. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll bring it back. It's Brooks. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pulls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Makes the grab down the middle. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the catch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 42. Navy, 7.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him down after he makes the catch. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got it, and they convert. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Navy! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll give it on the counter. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running to the left. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus-pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Spits it out to the back. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. He's going to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Going up top on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And now on second down for this offense. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Makes his connection. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Navy quick to the line. He wants to throw. Looking left. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's got it. Touchdown, Navy.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and he got the score.
And he puts through the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this off.
Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Ingram. Touchdown, Irish! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. These corners backing off a bit. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to grow.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Was the pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They want to just keep throwing it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more aggressive I'm going to become. I'm going to take away the quick, easy stuff, and I'm going to blitz and bring pressure and put them on the quarterback and get them on the ground like you did right there.
It's complete. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Unleashes one. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of